Welcome to Weights Wednesday, everybody. We're going to work with dumbbells and kettlebells to help improve our fitness. Over the weeks, as we do this, I'll introduce new movements, progressions, variations to keep things fresh and interesting. Let's start with a little bit of a warm-up though. I'll do 4 things. I'll do them each twice. I'll start with some halos. I have a kettlebell here. You can use a dumbbell. Dumbbell works just fine. You hold the dumbbell by the ends, holding the kettlebell bottoms up here, and I'm going to wrap it around my head, getting some blood into my shoulders. About 5 repetitions or 10 seconds one way. Before I go the other way, keeping the bell nice and close to my neck, close to my neck. Before I set that down, and I work on my knee raises. So pull my knees up, nice and high and tight, get some blood around my hips. Got big muscles in my legs. Again, about 5 each leg here. And then I'll transition into my body squats. With a squat, it's all about what feels comfortable for you. So feet can be a little wider, a little narrower, toes forward, toes out. What feels good for you? Hands in front, over my shoulders, the back of my head. I'll do 10, squatting to a comfortable depth. Making sure to squeeze my glutes hard at the top of every one of those. Then I'll go to the ground and I'll work on my bridge roll-ups. So my back, feet pulled in, arms outstretched, hit my bridge, leg extend, roll. I'm gonna do about 5 or so here. I'll stand up and I'll do everything one more time. Feeling the blood going into the bigger muscle groups, back to my halos. Try to keep the bell as close to your neck as you can. Keep your elbows out nice and wide. Before I take it the other direction. Going into my knee hugs, about 5 each side. Into my body squats, toes out, knees out. And then finishing off with my bridge roll-ups. My back, feet pulled in, arms outstretched, bridge first, legs extend, roll up. There's about 5 here. Last scoop. Breathing steadily as I exert. More warmed up now. So the circuit today only has 3 movements, and it really underlines the point that we don't need a ton of variation. Just so long as we're doing things with good intensity, good form. So the movements we have are going to focus on strength, power, and some anti-extension. So strength being how much force you can exert on an object, power being movement over time, so work over time, how fast you move. And then anti-extension is something just to round my spine after all the extension work. So, number 1 is your strict overhead press. So, I'm going to take my kettlebell, and it's right over the middle of my feet. I'm I'm going to sit straight down, double clutch the handle, and pull and get to this goblet grip or crush grip. And I'm going to press the bell straight over top of my head. So with the bell tracking right over my shoulder blades, not in front of my shoulder blades, right over my shoulders. Pull back down. That's my overhead press. With either your goblet grip or your crush grip. Move number 2, combine some of that power and strength. So I want to do a single arm clean into a reverse lunge. So I'm going to take my kettlebell and again, straddle it, so right over my feet. I'm going to sit down and grab the handle with one hand. And the key is to pull this quickly. You pull it quickly. It's not a bicep curl. You're going to wrap around the bell to catch the bell, what we call the front rack position. So from the front, bell over the middle of my feet. I sink my hips, keep my chest tall. Quickly pull the bell up and wrap around the bell. Keeping your hands very close to your body. The quicker you do the move, the better. Once I have the bell in this position, I'll do 2 reverse lunges. So I'll do a reverse lunge with the corresponding leg first. So it's in my right hand. I'll go right leg reverse lunge and then left leg reverse lunge. I will park the bell straight down and I'll switch hands. So it's in my left hand. Clean, left hand, left leg reverse lunge, right leg reverse lunge. And I'll just keep alternating. So right arm power clean, right leg lunge, left leg lunge. Control now. Left arm power clean, left leg reverse lunge, right leg reverse lunge. Park down. Move number 3 is what we call the plank pike touch. So I take my kettlebell or my dumbbell, and again, it's right between my feet. I will walk out, inchworm out into a high plank. And then from here, I'm going to engage my abdomen. I'm going to tuck in my hips to push my hips up. Reach, touch the bell with one hand, my left hand. Hand comes forward, hips come down to high plank. And then I'll alternate. Hips pike, right hand reaches, touches the handle. Right hand forward, hips come down. And I'll alternate. Pike, reach, forward, down. Pike, reach, forward, down. The key there is to engage from the abdomen, flex the spine, tuck in the hips to create some stretch on the back, some contraction in the abs. So those are our 3 moves. So for the circuit, I'd recommend you do 5 to 10 sets of the circuit. So how it would work is he would do your overhead presses for 10 repetitions. We do your power clean reverse lunge, 5 each leg alternating. And then we would do your plank pike touch, 5 each arm, unbroken. That would be 1 set. After you've done a set, you take about a minute to rest and you repeat for 5 to 10 sets. So let's do a couple sets just to get a feel for it, and then we'll wrap up. So I'll start with my overhead press. Over my midfoot, get my bell to goblet position or crush, and we're pressing. 10. Breathe in as I push to head through that window. Think you're pushing your head through that window. 4, keep the hands strong. 5, keep the glutes tight. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I go immediately, no rest, immediately to my clean reverse lunge. So left arm clean, left leg lunge. Left, right. Park down. That's 1 rep. Right arm clean, right, left. Keep alternating. Rep 3 here. Control, clean first, lunge second. Remember, the clean is a quick move. It's quick. The lunge is more controlled. Control, control. Rep number 5. From the side, keeping that bell nice and close to your body. Always the corresponding leg first. Number 7. You see how I'm pretty much ripping that bell off the ground. Last one's here. Forward alternate. And now I'm working on my plank pike touch. So, bell between the feet, walking out. I pike first, I reach second, come forward, hips down. That's 1. Pike, reach, forward, down. Pike, reach, forward, down. Nice and steady, no rush here. Squeeze the abdomen to pike with a stretch on the way down. Number 6. Breathing steadily. Just thinking exhale and exertion. Last 2. And that's 1 set through, right? So we're breaking now. We are what we call passively resting. I think it's a good time to get some water, shake it off a little bit. We'll do it 1 more time together, and then we'll wrap it up. So let's get ready to start again. Going back to my strict overhead press. So bell, midfoot, double clutch to bell, to your goblet position or crush, strict press, head through, breathing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Control it down. Going on to our cleans and lunges. So, fast on the clean, right arm, right leg lunge, left leg lunge. That's 1. Keep alternating. Quick on the clean, left arm, left leg lunge, right leg lunge. On the side. Fast. Keep the belt close to you. See how tall my torso is as I lunge. Keep switching. Here's the focus on your breath. Exhale as you exert. Got a few more each side. Speed on the clean. Control the lunge. Control the lunge. Last one each arm. Speed. Last one here. Clean. Lunge. Lunge. Then we finish off with our plank pike touches. Midfoot, walk out slowly. 5 each arm, 4 count move. Pike 1, reach, come back, hips down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pike, reach, forward, down. Breathing throughout. Pike, reach, forward, down. Squeeze the abs to pike. Couple more each side. The abs flexed. Last 2 here. Squeeze the stomach. Feel the back round and stretch. And it's good work. So that's 2 times through, right? I recommend going through, at least, I say 4 to 7 times. If you feel like you have some more, for sure. If you try 8, 9, 10 times. Rest as necessary. So the movements are done back to back to back. After you've done all 3 moves, rest as necessary. So that's the circuit. After it's all over, I'll make sure to do a little bit of quick stretching. So a couple of moves here. Go on the ground. Just some rotation from my trunk. On my torso, some on my back. I pull one leg in, it's my right leg. Grab with that left hand, Pull to the left. Look over the right. Breathe out your mouth. Static hold here. Before I switch, left leg comes in. Grab with the right. Pull to the right. Look over to the left. Those static stretches I do for about 20 seconds twice each side. Then one from your torso, I like to interlock my elbows, forward fold, and make a few big circles. When I get back down to my knees, I alternate directions. And you're gonna do about 4 or 5 of those each side. So, enjoy that. I'll see you next Wednesday. We'll have some more.